Is Michael Jordan, or as Skip Bayless say, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the greatest of all time, the greatest basketball player of all time? We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about it in a very civil and a very constructive manner. A lot of times when people talk about this, they get heated. It's LeBron sucks, or Jordan's this, or that. First of all, LeBron does not stink, or he's not a horrible basketball player. I've seen bigger crybabies if you have that approach, like Magic Johnson and Kareem. I think they did a lot. They did that a lot, so they wouldn't have to run up the court and then get a breath. So now I'm going to take the position as you see all the Detroit gear in the back. You're probably thinking, "Man, he's going to be hating on Michael Jordan." No, I am not. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to take different perspectives on how to approach this and come to a conclusion at the end that you might be surprised. So please stay to the end. Michael Jordan is a very competitive basketball player. Everybody knows that. He's an amazing dunker. And if I was put in charge and making a case for him being the greatest of all time, here's how I would try to approach it. Okay. Yes, Dr. J probably is the best dunker of all time, in my opinion, with the huge hands and whatnot. But Michael Jordan, somehow, with his personality and his greatness as well, is hands down, the most popular basketball player of all time. And then it's not even close. I mean, it's not, there's nobody comes close to that. As great as Larry Bird was, as great as Magic Johnson was, and their relationship, as them combining the rivalry and being friends at the same time and being ultimate competitors against each other, um, even those two combined, I mean, they kind of put the NBA in the spotlight where somebody like Jordan could take that over. But to this day, I don't see anybody ever becoming more popular than Michael Jordan. We're going to get down to some statistics. And I also believe that statistics can take you so far, but then there's the eye test. In the eye test, Michael Jordan is incredible. When he was winning his championships, I often said this to folks as that was going on. The only thing worse than you having to guard him was him guarding you. He was such a tenacious defensive player. And there's people that would watch him that didn't care about basketball, CEOs of top companies. And why is that? Well, it's part of the reason why he was the most popular basketball player. And is that, and even in his last years with the Wizards, I was blessed with a customer that I sold a car to, Marcos Morales, bought a whole row of seats for us to watch Michael Jordan and the Wizards play um, the Miami Heat. And in that game, Jordan had 23 points by the first half. He didn't score a whole lot in the second half, but he was the hardest working player on that basketball court. And he had the least to prove. He was 38 years old, I believe he was. He couldn't get above the rim a whole lot back then, but he was still crafty, and it was Michael Jordan, guys. And uh, incredible, incredible. And his tenaciousness up and down the court. And I dare you to show me a play where he just took a play off and he just didn't bust his butt up the court. That's what makes Michael Jordan, in my mind, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, basketballs all time. Keeping you in suspense a little bit with my conclusion there. And even though the statistics, once again, the statistics don't always tell us, there was better technically 3-point shooters. But it seemed like when they mattered the most, Jordan was pretty accurate. So now we're going to dig in and say, is he the greatest of all time? And if you're taking that case, and if you look at anything on my YouTube channel here, and please subscribe to this if you would, to subscribe to my channel. But if you look at my content, I'm here to raise the awareness of your need to have Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. And I enjoy debates, and I watched Charlie Kirk answer this, and he's from Chicago. And when somebody asked him about between him and LeBron, his answer was he was 6-0 in the finals. How many? And I think he made a comment of how many has LeBron lost? Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. I wish I had an opportunity to debate Charlie Kirk because I'd ask a few questions. And I pray for his family. And I also thank him for while he was here, of doing all that he did, so we and to have it on videotape so we can see that. I'm getting back to Michael Jordan now. Is he the GOAT? Well, I'm going to throw some stats why I believe he may not be. Okay. And it's always LeBron versus Jordan. And I'll let you know my conclusion on that a little later. But I want to say this. When you talk about titles, it's a team sport. Not one player can win a championship all by himself. He needs some good players around him. The better the players, the better chances. I unfortunately lived in an era where I didn't get to see Wilt Chamberlain play. We see some highlights, but they didn't have that much TV coverage back then. Matter of fact, they didn't have his 100-point game televised. And there's people that question whether that happened or not, but I don't think there should be questions because there's many games that he had 70 points and more that there's some footage of that. But Wilt Chamberlain was the